die. It's a storm. The way your mind will be battling. You know, some of you, how many of you you've gone and the doctors suspected some deadly disease and say, go and do lab tests. You go, from the time he asks you are suspected, go and do lab tests. The time you find out that you don't have the disease. It's like hell, or you don't get me. So you are making like you are strangers. You go and the day you did there, if they look at your face as if you are dead, you begin to feel the symptoms. You Google all the symptoms of the disease. And the more you Google, the more you feel all the symptoms. The storms that is hitting you left and right. Then they do it, you're going to collect. The day you're going to take the result, that day your pressure has shot up. You take the result. You don't want to go and give it to the doctor. Meanwhile, you have done the thing. Someone said, "Mempese me who said, manye yariano." Now, some of you bring it to me. I say, "I'm your doctor." I pray. I say, take it to the one who asked you. Take it to the one who asked you to do it. I'll pray on it. And I'll quote you a scripture. I say, by faith, the elders obtain good report. Isn't it? I think it cooled you down small. It makes the pressure comes down. Sometimes I know some of you, when you are telling me, you're looking at my facial expression. The day I'm tired, people have come, I'm tired. One of them, people have come and I was tired. And you see tiredness on my face. When she gave me the thing, she said, "I'm sorry for maybe one." I said, "I haven't said anything." She thought I have seen something. I said, "I haven't seen it." Pastor, can you check me? Who do can I prepare me on you? Say no way when him say, "Brenna my bread." And you who want what's something na my when say go phone line on a dozen. When say see my bread. Sorry, if that's how my face is like. So I smile small. Once I'm sorry, Jacob. We all go through that. You come back. You sit by the doctor. The final whistle. We are looking at the doctor's face. Your mind is imagining a lot of things. He takes it. Some doctors are their face is straight. So he's seen those things, so it's not your case that you make his face in. Look at the thing. So it's nothing, it's this and that. The moment he tells you it's not it, the sickness and the symptoms vanish. Oh, I'm just telling you what is common to all of you and all of us. The storm, let me finish the storm. We'll be praying just now. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." Say, "Take courage, it is Jesus." Tell somebody. And don't be afraid. Jesus will always come where the storm is. He's interested in your storms. So if you're going through storms of life, Jesus said, I am walking into it. He's coming close to you. Your stormy place attract him. He's a specialist. Storms of life. Storms of life. Cry to him. And while they were trying to find solution, Jesus set in. Let me finish. Lord, it is you. Lord, if it is you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. All of them saw him. Peter requested, if it is you, let me come in. Peter had faithful. Hey. He said, if it is you, let me do what? And what happened? Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. The very storm. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards who? Jesus. The verse 30. But when he saw the wind hadn't stopped. It was still the same. But your mind can change. You can have problems, but something can come and change. You can be going through certain problems, but the moment you find a very good boyfriend, your unemployment, you haven't changed it. But when you're jail, the storm was there, and the storm is there. But Jesus covered the storm. Instead of the attention to be on the storm, whatever you pay attention to gets you. It's the one that fills your mind. So the attention moved from the storm to Jesus. Today, I want you to move your attention from your sickness, your disease, your storm, and look to Jesus. That alone is a therapy. Peter did not recognize that the storm was still there. But he looked at Jesus and said, if it's you, let me come. He said, it is me. He said, he just jumped on it. On the same storm which was troubling them, but didn't even recognize that he was walking on the same storm. Until he took his eyes off. The storm was still there. Of Christ. First, he took his eyes off from the storm towards Jesus. So he couldn't see it, even though it was there. Then he took his eyes off from Jesus back to the storm. And that's where his problem is. Some of us get born again. We are excited. When Jesus, you hear the word of God, you are excited. I say, I'll go home. I'm like this. You are happy. Before you realize, you go and meet the center. You look at the word. Hey, Nyamika and Momo. That's what I say me there. Finally. But when he saw the wind, he was what? Afraid. What caused the ship to toss? The wind. What was causing the storm was the wind. The wind having stopped. So the situation was the same. But the one he was looking at was different. His attention moved from the storm to Jesus. But he took his eyes and looked at the source of the problem, which is the wind. And the moment he looked at it, he was afraid. He was what? See, faith will make you walk on waters. Fear will let you sink. Faith will bring healing to you. Faith will bring life to you. Fear will kill you. So he feared and he started sinking. One of the greatest strategy of the enemy is to create fear. When somebody is able to create fear in you, it's one half of the battle. So, when Gideon was going to war, the fearful. When you're going to war, don't act fearful people. It's better to fight with 10 courageous, bold people than to go with 1 million fearful people. The 1 million fearful people will affect you with their fear. Some people have fear injection. They come and say, "Hey, prophet, she nano we kunwe sana sayare kunwe." They will give you history of the death. Those who suffered headache and died. And this your headache, it look like the one who died yesterday. And you begin to tell you something have gone through maybe your mind, maybe there's some vessel has burst in your, and before you realize it created fear so much that kills you. Normally, when you want faith, go to the Bible. One, go to people who have experienced the Bible and that the word has worked for them. Not those who have failed through the Bible. It's not a good report. When the 12 people came, 2 people spoke good report. The 10 people produced fear. If the 12 hadn't spoken and the 2 spoke, they would have possessed the land. Out of 12, the 10 caused all the Israelites to stay there for how many years? 40 years. A journey they could have entered. Fear can make you look like a grasshopper. Fear can let you see small man like me and say, I saw a giant. Fear can make you see something. Somebody fear so much snake. He's afraid of snakes. Some guy be. We throw snakes. Me too. Bush guy. We go to the bush to see snakes. We kill them. I don't see snake to run. When I see snake, I always say, bruise the head. So, kill it in the bush, in the village. So, snake is no nothing. This guy saw a stick and he thought it was a snake. You see, the mind, what you're afraid, your mind tells you it is. He said, I've seen some big snake. We got up in the morning. He called and said, I've seen a snake. And he was screaming. Came out and said, yes, it's a snake. He said, what is it? He says, when they said, what is it? He said, look at it. He said, and I couldn't see it was a stick. It was the one they used to, and that thing doesn't look like a snake. But fear can make, is it a pistol? How do you call it? How do you call it? Pistol, warmer. Fear can make a person look like a snake. Different thing. The head of person is different. The one they use for the fufu one. So it's different. It's a big snake. And I look at the thing, it didn't look like it. But in his mind, fear is telling him, this is snake. So I said, "The chef." I said, "Let me go, cow." Still. And I went and picked the person. I said, this is person. He said, it's a snake. I said, it's not a snake. He said, I done a person. We are Moses. I'm not Moses. It wasn't a snake. It was a stick. So fear is making you see different things. Fear can make you read different things. Fear can make you, if you're afraid of somebody, you can interpret everything in him. The person move. You know this what your mind afraid. Some of you are afraid that somebody will even poison you. So when you are even eating, you're afraid. Hey, me there. Be careful, mom, but don't be too fearful. You can't trust anybody. Go to your family house. You're looking at everybody. Everybody is a witch. In the family house, if everybody is a witch, why don't you become one too? Because you are part of the family. So if you're 15 or 50 and all of them are witches, then probably you have some part, some in you too. Me, I don't catch witches, so I cast them out. Because the scripture says that you shall do what? You can cast out demons. He didn't say you will catch demons. I'm not a demon hunter. Cast them out. Prophet, you see where you're bayful. I said, what? Cast the person, cast it out. Have you ever heard me telling somebody's a witch? No. Witches, I don't. They come, they are the smallest demons you can find. Would they catch around and say, move? Born again. Catch around. This is a mommy to me. Bayful. Tunako. It is not you who should enforce it. You said it. A policeman. You stopped. Drive an upper. Untrum. Fan a number. Fako heaven court. Heaven court. They will summon him. And he's going to stand there. The rich versus the Republic of Heaven. You think I don't see which? See that? Hi. I cast them plenty. Sometimes they don't boom 5. No 20 now. And let them move among. Listen. The storm will come, but you will overcome. Let's finally look at it. The storm. Then what happened to Peter? Peter started sinking. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid. And because of the fear, he started begin to sink. Cried out. Even if your faith fails and you are sinking, don't leave yourself to sink. This afternoon, I want to cry out that Jesus, my faith had failed, but still I'm crying to you. Get me. He's compassionate. You see the compassionate Jesus? The compassionate Jesus, if it is me, say, hey, you, Peter, I asked you to have faith. You didn't believe in me. But the compassionate Jesus stretched forth his hand and brought Peter up. No matter what caused your faith to sink, this afternoon, he will stretch forth his hand and pick you up. Many are going to rise up. Then look at what happened. He cried. And immediately Jesus, how long did Jesus take to help him? Immediately, Jesus did what? Reached out his hand and caught him. You of what? He said, why did you what? He said, why did you what? Doubt. Then what? And when they climbed into the boat, the wind did what? We say, the people didn't die. Who died? The wind was supposed to kill the what? The 12. Now the wind had been killed. Get Jesus into your boat. And the things that want to kill you, they themselves will die. But let's look at John 6:16. I like the John version, the 21 or the 16, but the 21. John 6. Now when evening came, his disciples went down to the sea. Got into the boat and went over the sea towards Capernaum. And it was already dark, and Jesus had not come to them. And then the sea arose because a great what? So the great wind was the one that caused what? The sea to do what? Sometimes there's a wind behind something. If you don't deal with the wind, the storm cannot stop. The bishase, upon some bishase, adamoni bishase. If you don't deal with those things, people say, oh, it's an ordinary wind. Hey! A wind arose. Oh, quickly. John. So when they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, they saw Jesus walking where? On the sea and drawing near the boat. And they were what? This fear thing. They will fear. But he said to them, it is I. Do not be afraid. Quickly. Then they willingly what? Receive him into what? I like it. They did what? Willingly. He didn't force himself into their situation. You must be willingly receive him into your condition, your problem you are in. Then he can then come in. They willingly receive him into the what? The boat, and immediately the boat was at the land where they were going. Have you seen the miracle? Have you seen the miracle? When the storm started shaking and they brought Jesus, the Bible said that they were in the middle of the sea, isn't it? And when he entered, this one explained, the moment they willingly brought him in, before they realized what they were afraid of, they were out of what they were afraid of and at their destination. Look, the storm might have blown them fast. It became the helper of the boat to its destination. Let the devil come and toss you. He will toss you quick towards your destination. Let him bring all those in. He's going to push you fast to your destination. I love it. He said, they willingly. Jesus will never force himself on anybody. Jesus, if you open up, he will allow you. He will come in. He said, when you open your heart, he will come in and dwell in. He will not force himself. And today, I want us to willingly accept him into our conditions. The moment you accept him, what happened? Look at it. Look at it. Oh. When he got in the boat, what happened? And immediately the boat, and immediately what? The boat was what? How did the boat know that they were going somewhere? The master came in the boat before they realized they were at their destination. They thought they were confused. They thought nothing will happen. They thought they would die in the middle of the sea. But when the master entered in, they were at the end of where they were going. It did not take them to any other place. It took them to where they were going. There is a place you're going. There's a place God is taking you to. There's a place God wants you to get to. No matter what is happening to you, God, as you take Jesus in today, you will get your destination. Some of us, our destination is here. So say, oh, prophet, when can we get there? Sometimes we are wondering, we have suffered, we have been tossed. When can we get to the destination? The Bible says, just willingly receive him into your boat. When you get to him, when you get into the boat, he is your destination. He is where we are going. He will take you to where you are going. The moment he gets into it, he will take you there. He will move you there. It won't take you long and you will be there. You will not struggle before you get there. He is the one that will take you there. Jesus in our boat, we shall definitely be where we should be. Don't be afraid. I am not afraid. You should not be afraid. The storm might come, but we will get there. The trouble may come, but we will get there. The diseases may come, but you will get there. Our destination, we will get there. Just willingly accept him. Just take him into it. Just take him into your boat. Just receive him into your boat. You will get to your destination. This afternoon, some of us have been struggling in life. We even don't know where we are going. We don't know. The world, things have beaten us so much that we are confused of our destination. Now, allow him into your boat. And once he is in your boat, you don't need to think where we are going again. You don't need to steer it to where you are going. He gets, he is the one. He is our destination. The moment the destination gets into it, you are destined to be there. So, what is the destination? Where you are going, where you ought to be. Some of us say, we don't know where we are going. Get Jesus inside, you will get there. Is it how it is? Don't be afraid of the future. The future is having Christ in you. Jesus in us is a hope of glory. Some say, oh, prophet, I say, okay, Mr. Mekano. Yes, your destination. Receive Christ. Get him. Don't let people force it into you. Don't let them use mobile phone to cause you to accept Jesus Christ. Willingly receive him. Don't let it be gift that they give to you that say, oh, because I saw the Guru Amaya went magic Christ. No. Willingly accept him. Know that you are in a storm of life. Look, this world is full of storms. The storms of life. Storms of life. Sometimes the wave of storms will end, another will come. Corona will come. It will go. You know the other one that came? Ebola. Ebola, the storm of Ebola. You can't even greet a brother again. And you know, our African culture, you have to greet. And we think people were predicting Ebola is going to wipe away the whole Africa. But what happened? The storm ended. We got to our destination the same way. What the world need is Christ in it. When Christ comes into it, the world will get to its proper destination. Well, we've been looking for solution and destination for the world, but the world needs Christ. Somebody might be angry with me that I said the world needs Christ. Whether you are angry or not, the truth is that the world needs Christ. Ghana needs Christ. If we have to get to our destination, storms may shake us, but once we willingly allow Christ, we will get to our end. So what about America need Christ more? Because their storm is greater. Because they are bigger. A big river, a big water has plenty big storms. America need, the UN need Christ. See, you suffer once. If tried. If we have to get to our destination, churches need Christ. We should stop preaching men and preach Christ. Don't be afraid. Your life is not in any man's hands. Sometimes I just don't understand why some men think that they can determine the destiny of other men. Are you the one who created them? People have come to me. Some of them were in the wrong places. They want to leave because they found Christ somewhere. And the senior pastor say, if you leave, something will happen to you. And when they came, I said, look, the gospel, I know, doesn't bind people. It brings freedom to people. If anybody in my church want to feel another church is better for the person, God have called the person, why don't the person go there and express Christ? Because it's the same Christ. Except if we want to build kingdoms. But there's only one kingdom. A kingdom of Christ. All other kingdoms shall crumble. The only kingdom that will stand is the kingdom of Christ. Obi bu for me. If we preach be papa na hia dia wo kan. We, the men of God, will come and go. But the kingdom of Christ will continue. I'm not saying that when you go and tell, don't go, Pastor, you see, when you see, that is not what I have said. Show them respect, but we are not God. Give us respect. Because we are vessel. When Jesus broke the bread, he gave it to the disciples and the one that shared it. But the bread did not come from the disciples. They took it from the source called Christ. You may eat it from my hand, but I am not the one who manufactured it. The manufacturer is God. So the one who gives you, respect it because he's working. and is worthy of his honor. But he shouldn't replace God. So we'll pray now. How many of you want to get to your destination? Some of us want to get a financial destination. And say, Bebre. We've struggled and gone round. You've done about 5 or 7 different kind of businesses. Each one crash. Plane crash. Nothing is to collect. Nothing leaves. Now, you are confused. The storm has overwhelmed you. Today, willingly do what? Bring Jesus into your boat. And you see the difference. I say, I promise you today that you see the difference. Some of you, why city examination be senior prefect? The time you started sitting till today, some of the people who came and met you, they are now your lecturers. And then get into there. Bring Jesus into the boat. You must get to the destination. There's one paper. It's called the storm of paper. The wind is blowing. Anytime you sit by it, it will blow it away and you're right on empty table. Somebody told, Prophet, this paper, when I sit behind Millennium Court, she said, but all what I've learned, the moment they finish the exams, he remembers. They borrow the brain. When you're behind it, they take it. When you finish, they bring it back. And the people, the person even thought they are passing. So when they finish, oh, Charlie, after you've the other said, oh, after this one day, you've taken it. You've got A. Ministry of Home Affairs. Secretary. Internal. If I was saying. Interior Ministry. Sure. From today, I say from today, this year, tell us this year, a busy year, mommy. A year, mommy. You're happy, but what do you do? Before we pray, what do you do? Huh? Business executive. Hey, Charlie,